Hey, this is Luke Simons with Salt Strong. In this video, we're going to be testing the knot strength between a main line and a leader line. And this is really to evaluate what lines we should be using for our leaders just to get the best overall value. This leader line, it's really popular. It's more expensive. It's much more expensive per yard. This is like 5 times more expensive per yard than it is for the main line. And so far in testing of lines like this, I really haven't seen that big of a difference, if any, but I have not yet tested Vanish out. So as for the 2 particular lines that I'm testing, I'm really equating their line diameter. So the leader line for Vanish has a thicker diameter than the main line. And so I have a 20-pound main line, which is 0.40 millimeters thick, and then a 15-pound leader line, which is 0.38 millimeters. So just by the line diameters, this main line has about a 5% advantage, again, just based on thickness. So the big question in this video is, can this leader line, which is just slightly thinner than the main line, which is way less expensive, can this actually beat the main line in terms of knot strength? Again, it costs 5 times more. It's just like 5% thinner. So, if the value truly is there for knot strength, then you would think, at least I would have to assume, that this can hold knots better. So that's what we're going to test. And so how we're going to test it, as you might be asking yourself, is I put together, I'll just use this blackboard so you can see what I'm doing. And so I have, some swivels. I have a white swivel, a black swivel. The white swivel, the main line is touching, and so we have a blood knot connecting the two, and then we have the leader line down here touching the black swivel. And to see which one's the strongest, we're literally just going to pull on the strand, and the weaker one is going to break first. And while we're doing this, we're of course going to measure the tension, the tension that resulted in the break, just so that we can kind of analyze, how much different the breaking points actually are. All right, so now time to test these out. We have the main line over here. This is the white swivel. So main line, blood knot to the leader line. We're going to go ahead and start pulling, and we have this scale to measure the tension. We've got Otis getting in here. Otis, get out of here, bud. And I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling. We can see which one breaks, and then see the tension that it breaks at as well. So we're now at 7 pounds, 8, 9. All right, so that broke at just under 10 pounds, and what broke was the loop knot. It broke right at the top of the loop knot on the leader line. All right, so test number 2. Again, we have the lines on the same side. Go ahead and zero out the scale. And now let's see how it does. So we have 6 pounds, 7 pounds, 8 pounds, 9 pounds, 10 pounds. 11, wow, a little over 11 pounds, so much stronger, but the break happened on the exact same spot. So again, it was the leader line that broke, and right at the top of the loop knot. All right, so final test. Again, same setup. See how it does. So we're at 8, 9, 10, 11. So that was 11.8. was the last I saw, and once again, it was the top of the leader line that broke. All right, so we're done with the testing, and I really believe it was clear that this main line, can hold its own, and I believe on an actual value basis, by diameter, again we're equating the diameters. This main line can hold its own against the leader line with similar diameter. And again, the leader line was a slight disadvantage given that it was thinner in this case, but again, this still costs 5 times more per yard of line. This is just about 5% thicker, yet it can hold knots just as good, perhaps even better. Because I did actually test this line against itself. I just tied the same knots on each strand and pulled it. I did it twice. The first time broke at a little over 11 pounds, which was actually similar to where this 15-pound line was breaking. But the second one broke at over 13 pounds, which is significantly higher than any of the 3 tests that we did with this more expensive leader line. But given those results, just based on knot strength alone, I'm totally comfortable with using this main line for my leaders, knowing that it's going to save me a lot of money in the long run. But before we can do a final conclusion, we really need to analyze the abrasion resistance as well between the two. And so if you're on our website right now, if you're on this post on the website, you can see the abrasion test. Just scroll and you'll see it. If you're on YouTube or anywhere else, I'll put a link down below where you can go to the post where we're doing a deep dive analysis on this, on this main line versus leader line. Which ones can hold knot better? I believe we've solved that here. It's about the same. There's not much difference. The other part is the abrasion. That is, I think that's a big factor, especially for those of us who like to target snook or bass. So the full analysis will be on that post. And again, if you're not there right now, just scroll down and you'll see a link to it. But yeah, thank you so much for your time in watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I check those as frequently as I can. Otherwise, yeah, just thank you so much for your time. I hope you can get on the water soon and catch some big ones.
There's something about the water that'll give you peace, all by yourself or with your family. Live salt strong and wear the line today.